Hi, this tutorial is going to walk you through using some of the creative fonts from rhinestonealphabets.com. And this particular font that you're looking at the top is the RA 2-line outline font. This is a 2-inch font, and for this the lowercase letters, and the uppercase caps is just about a 2.3-inch font. And it's really fun to use this font, but when you type in the upper and lower case, you're going to get a grouping like these. These are still in font form. And so the first thing you do is you go up to Arrange, and Arrange is going to give you a message to break your artistic text apart. And when you do that, it's going to break this up into 2 separate lines. And this is sized at 216 points for an SS10 rhinestone. Now, I've gone ahead and converted this to little circles, and the way I did that was go up to Arrange, and you convert it to curves, ungroup, combine, and finally you break it apart. And that is how you get the little circles. Now I'm just going to go ahead and group that, because you want that word to you don't want it to move around at all and shift when you're putting this font into it, because we want this to match perfect so that when you send it to your cutter by color, you're going to have 2 templates that are going to meet up perfectly together. Let me show you how we do that. The second word, go up to Arrange, break your artistic text, and now you've got individual letters. What I do for this font is I take each letter, I convert them to curves, break it apart, combine, and break your curve apart. And I'm going to add some color here just to differentiate this one. And then I move it up into the letter like so. And because the word dance is grouped, you don't have to worry about mixing it up. So this one is now in place, and I'm just going to group it. And the next letter, convert to curves, break your curve apart, combine, and I want you to take that one and add some color to it, and I'm taking away the outline, and let's shift that up into your design. And I use my cursor arrows here to get the word done, and so on. So this is how this one works. And again, if you go to the website, you can actually size this before you turn it into curves so that it's all set for an SS16 or SS6 stone. I've done the calculation for you, so you can just check that out. Now the cheer, this word cheer is the RA Stone Vinyl Thin, and this font sizes at 122.4. So I'm going to just hit enter, and now this one is sized really for a SS10 rhinestone. So again, let's take it and break it apart. Now we've got the upper and the lower, and this is for when you want to do a word with vinyl. Maybe you want to do glitter or something cool on your vinyl. Let's zoom in on that. And on the upper, each of these letters is surrounded by rhinestones. So let's take a look at the upper, and let's convert it to curves, ungroup it, combine, and break your curve apart, and then group it. Now, let's take our word cheer and break that artistic text apart. And again, you're literally moving that into the design. And once this is in the design exactly where you want it, remember to do two things. Make sure you have color in it so that when you send it to your cutter it can differentiate the rhinestones from the text. And make sure that you have grouped this whole word so that in the process of sending it to the cutter, you're not going to bump it with your pointer and put it off. So I'm going to just group that. So now technically this is ready to go, and as you can see, those little stones are going to fit really nicely around your letter, and it'll look pretty great. So the last one I want to show you is the other stone vinyl font, and this is a little wider. You can see the difference. This one measures at 144. So I'm going to just make sure that is typed in, and then I want to remind you you're going to break artistic text to separate out your two words, and on the rhinestone part I want you to convert it to curves, ungroup, combine, and break your curve apart and then group it, assuming that you've added color to it. And on the bottom vinyl, you're just going to break the artistic text so that, again, you can pull in these letters. And sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I do this really fast like this. And then after I get them all in, I zoom in and make sure I got those in the right spot for cutting. So let's just take a look at the first one. And that one's done. And the second one. And the third one. And there we go. And there we go. And again, group it so that when you send this to the cutter, you're not going to accidentally bump something, and the design won't cut quite right then when you're ready to place the rhinestones over your vinyl. So thank you for watching, and I hope this made those three fonts a little more understandable. Head to my website to take a look at the rhinestone conversion charts, and thanks for watching.